Try to make it sound like this, you never could. Paving not the way again. Y'all can't wait for the weekend. And you have a dream, yeah, yeah. And I go to sleep. You try to sing, yeah, yeah. And I make the beat. And now they coming for me, trying to find a way out. Pressing me, cause they know I got the layout. Under pressure, so they pouring up the alcohol. Pass out in the mansion, so they couldn't find them all. A bunch of thugs sipping on a glass of gin and juice. They all do the same thing, call it rhythm and fools. Yeah, rhythm and fools. Yeah, oh, rhythm and fools. Rhythm and fools. Rhythm and fools. Rhythm and fools. Yeah, paving not the way again. Yeah, y'all can't wait for the weekend.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, grasshoppers. I think we're continuing with our quest. Yes, on the English opening. The name is Dojo, Master Chess Dojo. Oh no, Krishna Chandra. Where are you from, Krishna Chandra? India. Alright, let's do it. Let's get a little bit of excitement going. I have actually never played the 4 Nights English as much as I have recently. But accepting the old form, the Karpov form of the 4 Nights English is probably a very good standard. If it was good enough for Karpov to become world champion, to use on occasion, it should be good enough for all of us. It also occurred in the Kasparov-Karpov matches, I believe with Kasparov may have even been on the white side as well. I remember there was a really critical E3 move that one of them played on the 9th move. Could be time. Well, that's interesting. If you're going to play passively like that, then I'm going to take the long diagonal. If you're not going to put a knight in the center, I think I have to ditch out just a little bit. And now for something completely indifferent. I don't know that I have much of a choice. He is building up nicely here. But it has cost him a tempo as black to play this system, as opposed to being white playing this system. So that's interesting. Alright, let's just lock down on this for just a moment. Alright, we are going after that one. Since the pawn is being offered to us. I'm sorry, the bishop is being offered to us. We have the bishop pair, which is a small and inherent long-term advantage. No rush in capturing it just yet. It's not going anywhere. And now we're going to capture it. And what are you doing? Is there a threat? Black's king is in the center. There's a weakness on f7. And if we play this way, the queen may have many retreats. That much is true. So if we capture, he has to capture back with the pawn. There's a certain amount of pressure on this knight. Let's just keep developing.
I guess you understand me, baby. I'm a flow of emotions in the
Tickle a pawn, perhaps.
But if you stand by me, you'll see through me.
All right. I'm starting to get there. I'm going to leave this pawn on this square. How much can really be on this diagonal? F5, GF5. Rook takes F5. He does have only one bishop left. It would be kind of us to leave his pieces on those squares. Pegasus, good morning. Ron, hey, how are you? Good morning. Good afternoon for Ron, actually. We'll just keep up the pressure as we can. We still have the option of capturing. And now for something completely different. Should we go after that one or should we go after this one? What is the threat? What is the threat? Queen, knight, Bishop takes b6. Ah. Pinning the knight is even better. Rook takes. Knight takes. Rook takes. It is possible. The king can't move over if I'm taking on f7. Knight to g4. Bishop takes a7, b6, rook takes f7. Creates a little bit of a conundrum for the opponent, because we're getting a second pawn in addition to the other threats. Is the party still on? The party looks like it's still on. So we're going to have to keep up the pressure from the party that's still on. I'm not sure if I should commit my rook or not. Where's he headed with that? We're going to keep up as though we are playing the same plan all along. Can we start expanding in the center now? Bishop takes, rook takes, pawn takes. Yep. We're just going to continue building up in the center as much as we can. We just need a role for this knight to play. What role will this knight play? Knight to b5 with this diagonal coming open? Maybe. Interesting. It's become a little more exciting than I wanted it to become. And now, rook takes, queen takes, knight takes. Too much. Yeah, it does look that way. Rook takes. Are we losing a pizza? It looks bad. We're going to pretend as though this is all good. What do you think? And now for something completely indifferent. Yes, we are all concerned. Should I have checked first? Maybe. Maybe I should have checked first. Check, check. Working it, ladies and gentlemen, working it. Check. 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 Alright, we can repeat the positions just once while we collect ourselves. Oh no! I'm sorry, Krista Chandra. This is a difficult position, but I am lost, I think, after Queen to C8. Let's take a quick peek. I was looking for what I could do on Queen to C8 in this position. There's never enough time, trust me. There's just never enough time. Queen to C6, so Queen to A8, check, and what I missed was what to do on this particular move. Obviously, it seems as though I should be able to play this way.
RF5.
Oh, in this position, RF5? Maybe. Yes. Thank you, Ron. I don't really want to use the engine, but I felt like there's something else going on. After all, it feels like Queen to A8 is best, and if Queen to C8 is forced, my Queen is under attack. However, on Queen to A7, this is annoying. I no longer have Rook F5. Just doesn't seem like this is the right path either. And this is not seemingly the right path either, or is it? Rook F5? Does not seem to make a lot of sense here. Unless we can let that go. Can we let that go? Looks very dangerous. Alright, I need my eyes open here. Queen A4, of course. This battens down all of the hatches. And covers the E4 square. That's what I missed. Just a simple retreating quiet move to wrap them up. Now Nihal Sarin, I think, is 2687. Yeah, what a quiet move, right? Basically threatening checkmate in 2 or 1, depending on how you look at it. The first mate in 2 that occurred to me is just queen to c4, queen to d5. Is there a way to stop this one? So yeah, obviously I believe this one's going to be stopped, but how do you stop this one? There are no checks. So f5. Then queen d7, queen takes e7. And that'll be a mess. Queen takes d6 check, and the king goes to e3. And then uh-oh, playing the game. Oh no, Ron. Ron is starting off very traditionally here.
Mess now or move.
So let's see here. We're going to play very traditionally, as I've asked the student to do. This is the way I've always played it. Where is the bishop threatening to move to? And now for something completely different. Do I need to castle first? I believe I need to castle first, unfortunately. Oh, Ron. You are so silly, Ron. And now for something completely indifferent. Is this really going to work? I should have played f5 and knight e4 before. Is that what you are saying, sir? I'm in for a penny and I'm in for a pound. Can I play it that way? Am I truly in for a penny or a pound? I guess I do have to go this way. All right, I feel like I'm in for a penny, and I feel like I'm in for a pound. If I don't do it now, I'll unfortunately have to forever hold my pizzas. Chess. And now still a little concerned about what's happening here.
True story, true story. Mike G, J. Nihal, I had to do it, man. It's only right, you know what I mean? You got me gone when I think about you and the love that we share, baby. What we gon' do?
Wow.
When I think about you,
Girls in the club.
Time I saw her, I was gone by the way she wear her hair and her mocha skin tone. With a smile of an angel sending chills through my bones. Had to diss the other chicks to put her number in my phone. Hey, real introduced, so I stepped like a G. Kissed her on the hand and told her I'm the man you need to meet. It was love at first sight for her. I had to leave the streets cause she's a queen. She a dime, so sexy, so sweet. Oh. Damn, the mama know she fine and she looking like a
All right, in for a penny and in for a pound. Again, I'm in for a penny, in for a pound. We're all in, honey. Honey, we're all in.
Other chicks in my city start to hating cause they heard she was a DJ in a Delta and a full-blood Asian. My city, they never seen it. This girl was off the Richter. Everywhere that we went, they would snap and taking pictures. I'm a star, she's a star. Every day was caviar. We taught each other, loved each other. I miss you, girl, I need you, ma. See your face in my dreams and feel your touch when I'm weak. Cause she's a queen, she a dime, so sexy, so sweet. Oh. Damn, the mama know she fine and she looking like a diamond. I'm gonna make her mine. Mine, shawty kept it real and she always hold me down. Hate that she's not around. And I miss the way she feel cause the sex is so amazing and crazy. So what's the deal? And now that I came back around.
Is he really escaping?
So baby, let's put it down. Is it true that you blew? Yeah, I had to pick my face up. Never thought it'd be.
I don't think you're really escaping, sir.
Got caught cheating, 2 weeks with no speaking. She decided she should leave, hit your boy with the piece. I lost my best friend, my first love, my other half of me. I see you shining on the TV, girl, like you oughta be. This is sugar cane and my love run deep. Cause she's a queen, she a dime, so sexy, so sweet. Oh. Damn, the mama know she fine and she looking like a diamond. I'm gonna make her mine. Mine, shawty kept it real and she always.
Yeah, the back rank weakness is bothering me, though. Indeed. Oh no, Ron. You did not do that on purpose. We're not at move 30 yet. I do have a weak back rank, that much is true. What happened, Ron? Mouse slip? No, I think it was a miscalculation. I make that miscalculation. I forget that I'm giving up something with check. It happens. So what did I do wrong in this opening? I'm sorry, Ron. I did coffee too, man.
Missed check, haha.
Yeah, I've done this in the past week. I've not gotten enough sleep. So Robert FP, you were asking about where's your game if the round has already started. One moment. You found it. I have to really work something out with Robert FP. Starting in August, Robert.
Pegasus Sway said, Robert FP, who is it?
I don't know which round he was talking about. I wish there was a technical, also have tech issues. Aha. Well, maybe it wasn't just me this morning. Let's just say it that. My Streamlabs would not start up. Tried it running as administrator. Everything else was open, and I started to set up the stream like normal, and then I realized Streamlabs wasn't open, and I couldn't open it. I had to, I don't know if it was not an unfinished Windows update, or if I just needed to restart my computer after X number of times. Oh, I updated my video driver. That's what I did. So it's possible that I needed to restart Streamlabs. NVIDIA came out with a new release. Hurricane New York City. What? Is the hurricane oh no, okay, good. For a moment I thought that the parts of that hurricane barrel were reaching New York City as it's raining today. That would suck. What can you do? I should have a little small window in the bottom right hand corner to finish off my Chessable study while we wait for the event. I just can only get so much on this screen. My screen is way too busy. I want to streamline it down. I like the simplicity of Lee Chess, yet my screen looks like I'm a chess.com message board. And I'm really going to be bummed. Really going to be bummed if Phoebe Witt sold out to chess.com in Rotterdam. I mean, one meeting with her, and they're going to offer her a much better deal than they offer Hans Niemann or anybody like me. Or, like Velcro Dot, do you just give your life away just for the promise of an hour of TV time per week? You want to be on Chess TV? Sell your soul. Sign here. You're not allowed to play anywhere else in chess without chess.com's express permission. It's rather cruel. So IR2s, you came in the other day. So who is Robert FP? Let's take a quick look at his profile. Is Robert here? So his name, the fellow who was banned, Itor, Texas, USA, and New Zealand. IRTex, USA, and New Zealand. I'm going to look him up again later, that spammer. Robert is earnest. I knew One of my favorite Roberts that I used to work with, Robert Boddington. He had bought land in England, which made him a landowner and an earl because of the area that it was in. And he had noble roots, and he had a story every day, and I couldn't help but listen to his stories. He was so captivating. Lionel Messi 10. Nice.
Pegasus Sway said, Pair AR Duhar Octitter.
Uh-oh. Is that true? I need to do a quick hold. Steady. Why am I here watching? Or what am I here watching? I was checking out Krishna Chandra playing a bit better against Charles. I'm assuming it's Charles, just because he is Charles numero uno. Bishops of opposite colors is going to be very difficult to win. How did we end up in this situation? How did we end up in this situation? Did we not choose wisely here? Ah, white was winning. Now, how did this happen? 3 minor pieces to 2 minor pieces. How did that happen? So we have a rook. We're up in exchange. We simplify. Now the rook is attacked. And we hung a whole rook. Could always be worse. We hung a whole rook, but we drew. I'm very curious as to how that happened. I mean, obviously we didn't see our opponent's big idea. What is our opponent's big idea? It's not a difficult question, but it is important to make sure that you ask it.
Pegasus Sway said, reggae music and smoking at the same time, John.
I don't know if I would call it smoke. It's my asthma inhaler. Specially designed custom asthma inhaler. I think on the previous move here, the move that we might have wanted to play was to gain time with the fork with rook to d3. This would have gotten us somewhere a little faster. Rook to d3. Oh no, it had to be check. Or did it have to be check? Maybe it didn't have to be check. No, it did not have to be check. You could have played queen to d3, queen takes c5, queen takes e2. And they don't have time to take on e5 in any regard because of rook d1 and queen f1 mate. So there's no back rank issues just yet. So yeah, queen to d3 more than likely was the right move. Nice. That is great, Robert. Robert messaged that study the classical games, and that way you get a base for understanding the roots of positional play. We're going to continue with the English against G-Serp, even though we're not doing that well with it. What are you doing, sir? He gave away the bishop pair. I don't think he can do this. We have more coming where that one came from. Yes, we have more where that came from. Just you wait. Just you wait and see. We've got more where that came from. You're gonna love it so. You're gonna love it so. Yeah, this knight on G to E7 is such a terrible move that I even saw other players in the dojo playing it, and it's possible that they saw or had G-Cert play it against him, and he won, so why not think that it's a good move? Just because something achieves a result by other means doesn't necessarily mean that it's a good move. Really? Can I? Just simply retreat? And we will see what our opponent is up to here. Where is that knight going? Should we just try to knock it out of the park? F4, knight to G6 or knight to G4? That is the question. F4, knight to G4. Alright, let's just go for it. We're here to crush. Can we play it one more time? Do that to me one more time. Knight takes, bishop takes, knight takes, bishop takes. Yeah, it does look good. Knight F5 also looks good. Also looks good, knight F5. We do need to just keep you busy, right? Oh, it's got that check. That check. And that check. So should we throw this one in for good measure, just to make sure that no checks occur on the premises? Yeah, we have to throw this check in for good measure. Really? You're gonna do that to me. E6. Fine. G4. Now that I'm no longer worried about the other thing. Knight to D4. Queen takes and bishop E3. We're still attacking pizzas, right? Where does the knight go from D4 after that? Bishop to C5. Yep, we're just going to keep up the lovely amounts of pressure. As predicted. Now, are we really going to help him develop his pizzas? Oh no, did I do that to myself? I had to play bishop e2. But it looks like it could be a fork. Whoa, he didn't see it. He did not see it. So am I being broken down or am I not being broken down? That is the question. You just have to keep attacking things. So knight takes f4. Knight takes g4. There's still a rook in the offering. Can I go this way? I can try to go this way. That looked like it was an almost straightforward lunge. Towards something truly great. But I have to keep up the pressure. What a mess. What a mess.
Pegasus Sway said, Krishna Chandra 109201, perhaps a good player. He hate right on about draw in the chat.
Yes. Hello, it's a draw. I need to step away for just a moment. We have more knights. Yes, we have more knights. So at least I'm getting back by pizza, but at what cost? Oh. You have that, huh? Or do you? Oh no, you have that. So now I'm the one that's down in exchange instead of you, huh? Wise guy. I'm in for a penny and I'm in for a pound. I don't have much choice. Can't believe he had rook takes and the check to escape. I did not think that was possible. I need to analyze and calculate deeper. 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 Yeah, this could create a problem. This could create a very serious problem. So we've got rook to a3 check, king e4, rook to h4. And then he's threatening an x-ray. And I don't have any way out of it. Do I?
this how good I feel lately. See the smile upon my face since you came into my life, oh baby. Morning's lights a warm embrace.
Well, I've made it up against my own king, so I need this to go the other way.
They will never run away. Always had a heavy burden to carry. Now you brighten up my days. Baby, your love gives me freedom every day. Baby, your love puts some freedom on my way. Baby, your love gives me freedom every day. Baby, your love puts some freedom on my way. When I think about myself for you,
Yeah,
half of what I
this is a bummer.
there are so much things that I just couldn't do. I was locked inside my mind.
G-Serp has me. He's checkmated my rook. So how did I miscalculate this? I've miscalculated so much in here. This game deserves a lot of study. I mean, everything is hanging here. That was also crazy that I should even consider playing f4. Any move is better. Queen e2 was an original thought. That's probably the simplest. Queen e2, and if he moves his knight, this is not a problem, right? So queen c7, f4. This pawn is under less pressure. Let's see. What do we got here? d4. Now we're continuing with the English opening. Knight to c3 was a little bit of a blunder. Do I dare? I mean, it looks like I'm getting out. On knight takes. It does look like I'm getting out. Queen takes d4, knight c7 check. Knight takes a8. Queen takes e4 check. Queen takes g2. Let's not let him do that. Let's just not let him do that. All standard operations. All standard. Still theory. And now no compensation for the lovely holes in the position that you've given me. Where is the knight going? And what does it all mean? And now, do we allow b5? I believe we do. I'm going to keep our pawns united. And how many pawn moves does it take to get to the center of a lollipop? Did everybody have that candy when they were younger? How many licks does it take to get to the center of a lollipop? So do we apply the pressure now? It looks like we should apply the pressure now before he has a chance to defend. Interesting. We're just taking a free pizza, right? And we're keeping his knight dominated. This knight dominated. Just put his pawn on a square that will help us. Difficult time moving this knight as well. But it looks like we can just rush right through. Or are we? And now for something completely indifferent. Just gonna lock it all up, folks. It's possible that e5 would have been better. This looked a little hasty. Is he really getting castled? I think not. We're very lucky. It's better to be lucky than good. What? You went for that. Is your knight getting out? I don't think so. Takes. But I like that one being there. So let's just take that rook.
Kingslayer Sloan said, "You free later today my time?"
I am on a flight to Vegas today. Unfortunately. This needs to be guarded. That needs to be guarded. That needs to be guarded. Rogan, how are you, sir? Good morning. Kingslayer Sloan.
Kingslayer Sloan.
And our French Bishop
Dan
chess
forgot
cast.
that outfit.
Yesterday I didn't get it out enough. All the links you need to know. So the bishop came
Kingslayer
out.
Sloan said, Remember all the stuff you need.
Remember all the stuff I need?
One more time, share a sweet.
Should I dominate him now, or should I wait? It sounds like an evil question, right? What in the world is going on?
And if I had known
So this will be hanging.
lose ourselves so we
The knight will be hanging. The bishop will be
Kingslayer
hanging.
Said. FO strumming and recording and such.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I wanted you to listen to a particularly fascinating podcast by the C Squared podcast. Had a great, an amazing effort overcoming street noises. They had really cool street noises, I have to admit. To me. So sweet. Does that really save you? Bishop takes or rook takes? So do this one first. To me. Yeah, we'll get our rook on the best possible square first. Then we'll bother the bishop. The knight still can't move because of the rook to g7 check, followed by other devastations. Memory. And now, for something completely different. Is there a way out? We'll do it this way.
There's no use to tap on your feet, no use to cook something to eat. All you gotta do, all I need from you is leave me alone. There's no use to say you won't cheat, no use to cry for your defeat. All you gotta do, all I need from you is to leave me alone.
Am I having too much fun? Yes. Am I going to pay a price for this? Probably.
No use to say you hurt me no more. All you gotta do, all I need from you is to leave me alone.
King to g5. What do we think, everyone?
No use to say my favorite song.
G takes h3. Am I going to get crazy here?
Alone. All you gotta do, all I need from you is to leave me alone.
Alright, we have to actually save this for just a moment.
Used to ever come back home. No use to say what we share is gone. All you gotta do, all I need from you is to leave me alone. No use, you gotta leave me alone. All you gotta do, all I need from you. All you gotta do, all I need from you.
It does have a source of counterplay. Not a fan of it. Not a fan of it. For streaming and recording and such.
There's no use to pray from dusk to dawn. No use to pretend you wanna carry
So can either of those
all
move?
you gotta do, all I need
1, 2. Buckle my shoe. 3, 4. Out the door. Is he really getting out of this mess? But one great regret is that the bishop on f1 is not going to be able to do anything. Why are we 2169? That is the question. No Gegenspiel, please. I do want this to be total Zugzwang. If at all possible. Bum ba dum. Bum ba dum. Bum ba dum. Bum ba dum. Looks like he's so close to having. Oh, that's very unfortunate. How's Robert FP doing? He got a bye this round. All right. Robert FP is in the mix.
Pegasus Sway said, Kingslayer Sloan does not follow you mean program.
Does not follow you mean program? No, he's talking about the podcast. We're trying to get an episode out of the French Bishop Chess Cast. We had some technical issues, computer issues in New Zealand. In our New Zealand headquarters, we had some technical setbacks. Our European office also apparently is off the grid. We should just have Sweden fill in for the European office. Station E, I think they would call it. I remember Station H was Hong Kong. But I think Station H should be Hungary. You'd think they'd have better code names than MI6 or MI5. MI6 is where Bond worked in theory. This looks like it should do. I believe Charles is making a little bit of progress, some headway today. He is going to really, really apply himself. Yeah, that was a good time to apply pressure and resign.
I will stay with you.
So this is the Paris. I believe it's the Paris. Now this is
Pegasus Sway.
Planet Hollywood.
Heard via a friend today that there will be a good Blitz tournament OTB. Does anyone know where? If so,
Well, I know the World Blitz in Rapid is scheduled for New York. Unbelievably. Absolutely unbelievably. I'm going to get a Karo-Kan in. A Karo-Kan that I haven't gotten in a long time. Interesting. Can I play it this way? Giving it up for you. And let's see if I can avoid the capture. Right? Queen takes. Queen takes queen to b6.
And I'm looking through the window pane. I can see this boy pacing the street, and I feel the death of his pain.
Yeah, let's go in this direction.
His loneliness appears to me like a mirror of my own life. I'm waiting for something to happen in the middle of the night. Move my eye from the window. What is it that is worth to fight for? You ain't here by my side to bring the light in my heart. Could it be that I spoiled it all?
I feel like I'm listening to Grandmaster Gowry's Rhythm and Blues.
Could it be that I killed the magic between us? Could it be that I missed the train? It's cold inside, and I'm trying not to.
Let's gain time on the bishop while we can. While we still have a threat.
For I did the wrong steps in the wrong direction. I can only pray and make a new start. I'm so sorry that I hurt our love. I can only carry the pain of losing you. Could it be that I spoiled it all?
Did I have bishop f4 before as well? I might have had bishop f4 with bishop on h5. That could have been a little bit of a bother. Gonna have to look at that possibility again. Was bishop f4 stronger? Literally finding all of the good moves. And he gave away his bishop pair? Just like that? That's so bizarre. Right? No, I don't want your bishop to remain on board at all. And now for something completely irrelevant. Yeah, it's possible I needed to go to rook to b8, but that's okay. Now we can go the other way. Now that there's nothing happening on this side of the board, let's get going. Going to resume our regularly scheduled minority attack programming. Yes. Uh-oh. There is a small problem with this mixture. Now that I think about it, there is a small problem with this. But maybe not. Maybe, maybe not. The latest issue of American Chess Magazine by Chess Informant. Priceless. Everyone knows who's setting the world on fire. Good guys don't look at explosions. We got everything going on behind him in this cover. Amazing cover, I have to admit. I couldn't fathom myself writing an article for American Chess Magazine, but I should have just said yes. Yeah, I didn't realize that I could just automatically recapture. I don't have to allow any desperados with knight takes g6 or knight takes e6. And how much of this has been seen before? That's a good question. So there will be a good Blitz tournament. That's a good question. I think the World Team Blitz, Rapid and whatnot. Can I exchange the rooks? king is in the square. So let me just do this real quick here. Queen takes, pawn takes. King F1, E1, D2, C3. F1, E1, D2, C3. And as black, I need F8, E7, D6, D5. So am I making it? It looks like I'm making it. So it's this 1, 1, 1. F1, F8, E1, E7, D2, D6, C3, D5. Alright, let's go for it. What's the worst that could happen? Well, he could give us more. That's what could happen. He could give us more without knowing what we're fighting for. He's got more weaknesses. We should be thankful. Do I want to worry about this, that, or the other thing? Let's keep everything under wraps. Now, in order to take on A6, he has to give up D4. This could create enough counterplay. Or it could be fruitless. Could be Fruit Loops. Where are you going?
Pegasus Sway said, "Lucky I have D King on DVD about sacrifice on H7 etc. Knew that moves like H4 are good too."
Yep. Is he coming in? He's trying to threaten mate. Check, check. Now, do I have to retreat with my queen now or later? He's definitely being attacked. I could get mated. That much is truth. I could get mated. That's a bummer. He's got to draw. Or does he? No, he doesn't have a draw. Can I do it that way? Tried to get frisky with my king h6 move, and that was just bad. And the g5 move, absolutely atrocious. Needed to get my pawn moving in the center. Yes. I am curious. Oh, you got me. Do you really have me here? Alright, fine. We escaped. Or did we? We had not quite completely escaped as far as I know. Craziness, folks. Absolute craziness. Somehow we're still at a reasonable plus 10 from last weekend. Last week we were at like 2154. This week we're at least at 2164.69. But how did I throw that away? Rook takes. Queen takes was a question mark. Just play pawn takes and push the pawn. Is my king really that much safer? Yeah, my first suspicious move was queen e4 check. Interestingly enough, I think this started to lead me astray. If I'm going to play for the plan of pushing my pawns, I have to do it now. Moves like g5. Don't want to take my eye off of d2. e5, I mean. And then I played g5. King h6 was just a dubious move. Now g5. And all he has to do is reach e8. Very important motif. And all the way up until the moment that he lost. So queen e7 could have lost? Wow. Queen e7 could have lost. Oh, he had check and takes my pawn. And it was still relatively drawn if he just kept on checking. All right, Charles. We're working on our French. Now the moment of truth. All the lines are good. It's just a matter of how many complications you're willing to deal with. So this is the line I feel is a mistake for young players because they are piece players. So this is a pawn play variation. I like the Steinitz line. I'm going to try to test some theoretical knowledge here by playing an early f6. We're going to see what happens. Early f6s are always punished by a particular strategy that needs to be discussed sooner or later. And there's just never enough time to pick up all of this knowledge. There's really never enough time. In theory, that's the move. But we're not necessarily overworked yet. Because we haven't committed anything. Alright. Life is good. Life can be good. Yes. And now for something completely indifferent. Yeah, just maybe I should have played bishop a6 before I did any of this. Only because I don't have the same support. Do I? I'm not a big fan of the French, honestly. Well, that was interesting. Is the pawn fork still on? I didn't realize he was going to take with the queen. The bishop takes, bishop back to f2, knight takes e5. But it looks like the fork is still on. Do we have to worry? What, me worry?
I know this world is full of so much pain that sometimes it's hard to see the good. And so many times we look the other way instead of trying to do what we should. Even the strongest heart can grow cold and wonder what is this all for. But still I know that all hope isn't lost if we open up our hearts and our voice. I believe we're heroes and we are powerful. We can do miracles. We can do it without you. I believe we're angels and we are courageous. Anything's possible.
This is really offsides, I tell you. Wow, in for a penny, in for a pound? But wait a minute. There's something wrong with this picture. Isn't there something wrong with this picture? I'm attacking a rook first, no? And I'm attacking a queen. And I get to play c4. Now I'm attacking a rook as well. Uh-oh. Life is tough. How the knights move. We need to study endgames, not to really study the endgames, but to learn how the pieces move. There's more forks where that came from. There are more forks. Alright, now is the bishop trapped? Wait just 1 minute. Oh, the bishop's not trapped. Oh, wild. Wild. I thought that bishop was trapped. I have to prevent any funny business here. I believe the knight has to move. If the knight moves, my queen moves. Alright, well, that's off the cards. I need my rook on a A8 into the game, and then it will be clearly decisive.
Ash Deanna.
Nice.
Have joined.
Good morning, Ash Deanna. How are you, Deanna? Use this moment. I don't know if anyone's already given her a shout out. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. But there's no time like the present. Pawn takes, knight c5.
Ash Deanna said, I'm good THX, how are you?
That is somewhat annoying. Knight c5 is somewhat annoying. I don't mind trading.
Ash Deanna said, I shall sleep, have a great rest of your stream.
You too. And now for something completely indifferent. Are we falling to this pin again? Alright, moment of truth. To get to a winning endgame. If it's at all possible. Yeah, there are some small threats here. Yeah. Wise guy. What? Is there a threat here? I don't think there's a threat here. Too many threats. We need to stymie these pawns. Get this bishop off the c1 square, perhaps. Gain time on it a little bit. What? You would not do that to me. Is it a freebie? This is a good enough double attack.
Pegasus Sway said. Ashtiana.
So I'm actually curious if that counts for a Rosen trophy. Does that count for a Rosen trophy? I do not know. It was a pawn move for checkmate, but was it really? Was it? Was it really? We're still going with the c4. Seems strange, right? That I would give up my center pawn for this mix. Now it's safe.
Shaken, not strong.
Do I want to do this?
Giager. Thanks for following.
This is one of the original refutations to the Karo Khan. This queenside pawn majority, so nobody mixes both knight c6 with e6 in the modern era anyway. Is this true? Takes. Is that weakness on that square fixed as much as it is? It looks good. All right, in for a penny, in for a pound. So let's see, b5. Rook takes a1. So we have to do this first. So let's see here. Is there a queening combination in here? That is the question. Is there a promotion combination in this mix? C6, queen takes d6, takes b7, rook to b8, rook to c8 check. We need to threaten to play rook to c8 check. Away. Does that change anything? C6, queen takes, takes, takes. Maybe it changes something. Away. Maybe we'll just do it this way. We have a back rank weakness problem. Well, that's what we have to concern ourselves with. So any pushiness has to take into account the back rank weakness problem. That's our opponent's big idea. Until we take care of the back rank weakness, we cannot get pushy. That sounded very, very bad. Uh-oh. Wait a minute now. Knight takes, queen takes c6. Or do I just play c6? We're covering the back rank, aren't we? c6, queen takes d6. I don't think he can go anywhere. c6, queen takes d6, takes b7. Alright, this looks like it's fun. Let's just go with it because it's fun. And the rook can't get back there. What? You did that to me. I don't get it. That was our plan. We needed the bishop covering that square. It's a small back rank issue as well. It may not matter. I mean, I did have the weak back rank problem. You could be getting the queen back. Check. I'd probably take care of that though. Queen to c3. Threatening Matesky all over again. Yeah, that was a good transposition. Let's just consider that for a moment. That was not good as far as what's the opponent's big idea. So I thought this was totally equal because it's the Caro-Kann, but that's so bogus. So here the knight to c6 is the big lemon. This is the critical moment. You either have to play like Karpov, bishop to b4 for the Nimzo Indian. This transposes almost directly to a few Nimzo Indians with e3 and c5, cd4 and ed4. Or you have to play the passive variation with bishop to e7. You could probably try to play another quiet variation with b6. But in general, D takes c4 loses time because the bishop comes in one go. Bishop to b4 is the most tried and tested. Bishop e7, black wins far fewer. But of all of them, knight c6 is probably the worst of the common moves. D takes c4 is just not played by good players. How many times have I been in this situation before? Indexing 41 other players? That's good that I requested my index. Are we down to our last game? I don't know if we're down to our last game or not. We could be down to our very last game. So this is pretty much a nice little finish. So I just take, and then for some reason, queen to d7, queen to b7 skewers through. That could be annoying. So I'm like plus a pawn because of the dangerousness of this, right? And now he's down a rook, if anyone can imagine. He's down a rook in this position. I do have a lesson starting in 15 minutes, so hopefully our next game will go a little quicker. We did make it to 17 for Nihal Sarin. Everyone wondering if he's ever going to catch up to his compatriots. He was at one time one of the youngest Indian prodigies, and he had to work that much harder, but I hope he wasn't studying openings. He's really just got to study calculation skills, endgame skills, piece coordination skills, all the way up the ladder. I can't stress it enough. It's possible that Nihal Sarin did not have the right coach. Ooh, I haven't checked into my flight yet. This could be bad. Let me make sure I check into my flight. I can find my information. I think it's here. This is the fastest. Really annoying that they send a sign-in code by email. Everything has two-step verification now, just to make sure that you don't get screwed. Right? Close that window. And check in. Oh. Down at the bottom. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Please don't tell me my flight was all ready. Boarding at 5:20 p.m. I guess I have to do this the old-fashioned way on the check-in. You'd think that they would have an immediate check-in. Beginning May 7th, you'll need a state-issued real ID compliant license or ID card to fly. So they're taking care of the TSA pre-check that way, I guess. Priority security, 1 checked bag. And I can move ahead in the flight. Uh-oh. Has my tournament started? Could be in trouble here. I'm still checking in. But do I want to answer D4 with D5? No, we're going to stay with our traditional one. We'll return to the Dutch someday. We will. We will return to our Dutch roots when and if necessary. Put the glasses in the eyeglass cases. Stefano, you're checked in. So knight f3, the most flexible move is b6. If I castle, bishop g5 is a pain in the tuchus. Bishop g5 no longer works. Do I want to play f5 first, or do I want to just play bishop to b7? Let's do it that way. So now that he's played e3, has not played h4, just have to prevent any funny business here. Wow. I do want to ruin his pawn structure. I really, really do. I want to ruin the pawn structure here first.
She was your dropping fine. Couldn't stop staring at her fanny. She went for hers, I went for mine. After having a few drinks too many. On everything, she's that one night stand.
How many Twitch streams have Fanny in the stream?
She was from down south.
She was run down south. Alright, I don't know about this particular song. This is a very, very bizarre choice of stuff.
She's the kind of one night stand I wouldn't mind seeing again. Whoa. Swore she knew everything. You couldn't tell her nothing.
Not sure why he would sack a piece.
Queen, but had no problem cussing like a sail anybody out any day.
Is his queen being attacked in any way?
On everything, she's that one night stand I wouldn't mind seeing again.
Takes rook f1.
From down south with a big old booty, like to run her mouth, but a sure enough cutie. She really worked me out, and the truth is she's the kind of one night stand I wouldn't mind seeing again. Whoa. She was from down south.
Let's just tickle. We're just going to keep tickling the weaknesses. The opponent's big idea. They're going to castle, so let's stop castling.
Kingslayer Sloan said, Geogger 17 tactics.
Exactly. Absolutely. I'm not sure what you think you're doing on that one. There's a king on the other side of this. There's a king on the other side of this. You cannot open the center with your king in the center. Got an in on A2, got an in on that square, got an in on that square. And maybe his queen's getting evicted as well. Keep these lines closed. Tempting though. Alright, and we're off. Let's tag. We're gonna tag in. Now bishop takes. Can we get away without any of this? The C pawn has to take back if this happens. Then we go there. The C7 pawn is covered. Yeah, let's do it. We're opening up the lines, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, we are entering the kingdom. Journey to the kingdom. I love what you say. Just have to keep this thing under wraps. Now it became a little more problematic. Just a little bit more problematic. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a problem. And now for something completely indifferent. Putting a knight on c3. Knight e5 is off the cards. Knight takes, rook takes. Knight f2 did look pretty promising, but it's going to look even more promising when my rook can go to c6. Uh-oh. Yes. 11:45 is iffy. Just need to make sure that I take care of this guy. Just got to make sure that I take care of this guy.
Chilling on the beach in a foreign land. When I saw this girl, she caught me by surprise with her almond-shaped eyes.
Do we do it again? I feel like we could do it again. Oh, I forgot he put his queen on that square. We could have gone the other way as well. Let's see where the queen goes from here. Alright, is this true? Oh, that's a problem.
The truth
First
I
things
see
first.
said, "Hey John, how is it going?"
It's a going, sir. It's a going. Good morning, truth. This may end the game. A decent performance, plus 20 rating points. That's good. We're trying to get ourselves back. The truth, ICC. We've checked into our flight for Vegas this afternoon, so we should be good. Where are the player lists for the U.S. Championships?
Said, "Congratulations on the tournament victory. Well played, MCD." The truth ICC said, "Oh nice."
Are you still streaming the truth?
The truth ICC
Oh no.
said, Haha no.
Well, we do have Ron, our greatest supporter. We have the Truth,
I
the
see
Legend of the
things.
Truth.
Said,
I haven't seen
Too much
Fiona.
work, I just watch others.
I haven't seen Fiona streaming either, unfortunately. Please check out Chess Informant for the special informant pricing. And also My Memorable Games on YouTube. Very entertaining games. Hopefully we'll see what's going on. I may redo them and redo
The
them.
Truth ICC said,
A month-long
yeah,
vacation.
Fiona is on a month-long vacation.
I feel like it's been longer than a month. I feel like it started with Alex's birthday and I haven't seen her come back. I don't blame her though. Life is good. Life is great. Keep it up. Alright. Where are we going from here, Truth? What do you think? I do have to do a little bit of reinforcing for a very good friend. Alright. I met her in Paris last year. We will give her the nod, even though I also met Angelica Chessborn, and she was the one that insisted that I come to dinner with the group. So as much as, but I think we have an instant or immediate need to take care of Hannah first. Let's roll the ending credits and thank everybody for being here. The Truth, ICC, I hope everything's going well with you. Jagger for the follow, thank you so much. Mad Quick Chess, let's get a quick shout out from the former streamer, but
The Truth
internal
ICC
help.
said, everything is great.
That is great. I'm here every day. Check out the dojo schedule on Lee Chess, that will always be it. Always join the Discord. You'll get a notification. You can just get the notifications from the streams announcements. I try to mute everything but streams announcements most of the time in many of the servers that I'm in. Mute everything and then go and unmute stream announcements on average if you're not a regular participant in Twitch and such. Have a great day. Ash Deanna, thank you for the raid. I hope we gave her a shout out. I don't know if we gave her a shout out, but I'm going to make sure it happens. Because she is great. She's very hardworking. Cheers and ciao, everyone. There it is.